So we have made all our lesser necroplasm, just under 30k there, and I think it was from something like 18k. So the multipliers are definitely working. I've decided to do another 15k because I've got quite a lot of videos to do, and this is pretty AFK. Like, I don't need to pay attention to it. If I want to, I can get like the random events, but it's only when I catch them. The main account's now going to go and do some combat. I was doing some souls on that, but now that's going to go in heavy AFK as well. Level 73 though earlier on, which is not too bad. We're chipping away because of the random events a little bit quicker. And I think the random events are worth doing because I'm looking to get 80, and then we can start doing some of the greater stuff as well. And see if, or is 80 power? I don't know, basically the next tier is at level 80, so I'm looking to do some of that stuff as well, which will be cool. But yeah, really is like a nice AFK like little thing. I'm going to crack out 2 videos in the meantime, and then after that we're going to go and fire make. I want to see how good fire making is with the ability to use the incense sticks, and there's a shambling horror. Now they've updated that as well, that is way better, whereas before you couldn't see what the shambling horror was going to, whereas now it's got like a green sparkles or green smoke or whatever it is, so it makes it a lot easier to find now as well. So yeah, I'm going to keep AFKing, and then we'll see where we go. I did pick a key up earlier on as well, so actually, you know what, let's do that as well. So we did our oddments earlier, and we got enough for another key. So we do have 2 treasure hunt keys, and we'll do 4. Nope, that weren't worth it. No, so that weren't worth it either. So we've exchanged that. We'll save those oddments for another day. But yeah, that's pretty much where we are. I'll come back if something majorly changes, or when we're preparing to trade in at the Grand Exchange for basically silver necroplasm. So we've finished another 15k of the lesser necroplasm. So we now have just under 50k lesser necroplasm. We're going to take all this and throw it all on the Grand Exchange. Throw it all on the Grand Exchange. So with our luck of the dwarves, we can go straight to there. So we've got all these mementos from some of the random events. In other news as well, I need to change these into flasks. So I'm going to do that as well. So we put one of these into sell. Oh, that's not good. But to be fair, I actually have stuff to do, so I'm going to throw it in the Grand Exchange and go away for a bit. And go outside. Ah, no, it's sub 1k. Put that in sell. Grab those brews. Sell those mementos. Right, so I need to get my flasks. So if we just go to Big Bob, and he can decant these into flasks for us. Decant. Oh, don't tell me he can't because of the quest. So I'm just going to get a little help. Oh, look who's trading. Oh. Wow, what a man that guy is. Not as high as it was, but it is still profit. So we'll leave those to sell. That's really annoyed me how cheap they are now. So that's definitely not worth doing. But the lesser necroplasm dream was always going to end. It was always going to be good for so long, and then it was always going to change. 42489. So 65 mil, 57. So we're 122. So we still made 40 mil from them flasks. That's actually really good. Obviously, we've got to sell. But I'm going to log off, and hopefully these will sell, and then we'll come back in a bit on what profit we've got. So we've been doing Herblore for a little bit, and we are very, very close to a level. So we're actually going to get level 83 Herblore, and then once we get 83, I'm going to go to the Grand Exchange and see what price it's selling for. I tried to put an offer in for a brew earlier on and it didn't buy for 11k. Now, I'm not sure if that's because I was on limit or if brews really are that high. I have a feeling it's more that I was on limit, but I can't think that I would have bought a brew that close. We did manage to sell all the flasks, which we did earlier on. Made 40 mil, which is really good. But there is 83 Herblore. Super magics. Really good XP with brews, to be fair. And we've sort of flown through that level, really. I've still got another 8.8k left to do, and the minute I'm getting 200 XP, I'm going to get another 1.6 mil XP. We might actually get into the extremes of the world, which could be another possible moneymaker. The supersets are going down quite a lot, and extremes will always have value, and they'll always come back. Whether they'll come back when we're playing this account and when we're on the bond, it's just another thing, another option we can make some money with as well. So all I'm going to do is go to here, sell this brew. Wow, so they do sell for 8.6, so we're going to make a lot more money than I thought we would. So if I buy a brew 3 dose now, if I put something like 40k, if that buys. Ah, there we go, yeah. So I was probably on limit. So that's 9k. I mean, I'm going to make him anyway because we're going to make a lot of money with it. And it's nice to throw it up in something which is just not necromancy for a bit. And then what I'll do, before I sell him, I'll have a look at the options. Because it might be better for us to turn him into flasks if flasks are still really high. Or it might actually be better for us just to sell as bracket frees because they are very much on the rise. And going up quite quickly as well. I think what the price I've bought in for the brews, I think we're roughly something like 4.8k. So we've got plenty of room to play with in terms of a profit. We're going to make some decent money from it, and we'll get some decent herb XP for discounts as well. So as we've always said, it's all about profits, but it's also about trading the accounts up to make more money later on. Even though necromancy might offer us a little bit better money doing other methods, it's quickly sort of fizzing out, and herb lore, the higher level we are, the more potions we have access to, especially if we can access extremes in potions on that end. It could be a big chance for us to make some money with them. But I'm going to keep on going with herb lore, and once I probably get 84, I'll come back and let you know how we're doing. So, fancied an AFK stint, and I still had some knowledge bombs left in the bank. So what I've been doing is AFKing some smithing. Doing pretty well, to be fair. We've made our way to level 78 smithing, and obviously we're still trying to grind to level 80 for invention. Just been doing protein bars, and because of that, we've kind of forced everything to protein bars from all our protein selection. But if you look at here, we are making big gains. Unlocked clockwork syringe, which is a pretty end game quest. Don't think we'll get to it anytime soon, but some pretty decent levels. With smithing, leveling up your smithing as well, you do have the ability with the bars to actually make extra bars. So for us getting to level 78 smithing, we have a chance to make more orichalcum bars with our smithing level. Which is good because if you wanted to use that as a money making method, orichalcum bars are like 10k each. So to have some extra bars or chance to make extra bars is more profit if we wanted to go down the smelting route. Just checking the Grand Exchange, we've managed to buy some more Sara brews. We've got rid of all our Sara flasks, and we've managed to buy some more incense sticks as well. But those incense sticks aren't really working as good as they did during bonus XP in terms of a flip. But we'll just put them on the Grand Exchange and hope we do manage to sell at some point. But back to herb lore, and we'll come back if we get any levels. So back on the herb lore grind, and to be fair, it's not been too bad actually. We are flying through the brews now. We are just about to get level 84 herb lore, which is pretty sweet. To be fair, with these brews, I do think we're going to change them into Sara brew flasks anyway. Just because I think it's going to be the absolute best way for us to make some profit. In terms of level 84, that is unlocking the adrenaline potion, which doesn't really bring us profit, but if we wanted to go down the PVM route, it will be a decent potion along the line anyway. Brews are really decent XP, especially on World 84. We're going to get the portable boost, we're going to get the cores boost as well. 222 XP per brew is actually really nice, and the XP does rack up after a while as well. What I would look to do on this account going forward, I think the dungeoneering scroll for herb lore would be a form of benefit, but it won't be too massive with brews. Definitely other potions as well. But yeah, gonna keep making some more herb lore potions, plenty more still to go. I'll come back if we squeeze another level. So through the power of editing, that is level 85 herb lore. Pretty decent level. I believe that's something like the higher tier anti-fires as well, which is nice. Anything like that is pretty good for combating Slayer if we decide to go down that route later on with this account. But in the meantime, herb lore is just making us absolute mad amounts of bank. The XP is really good, and we are flying through the potions really well. I think I'm just going to sit here and camp this out. Brews at the minute are that high in price. It's really going to be a big money maker for us on this bond. It actually might out-earn necromancy with the flasks, changing the vials to the flasks. If we added this to the profit we're going to make from these brews, we're really not doing too bad at all. So we're nearly at the halfway mark. We've got 6.5k brews left to do, so still plenty of herb lore in the next couple of episodes. But what we'll try and do is to break it up a bit, just so it's not just one big herb lore spam. We've still got plenty of stuff to do in terms of necromancy, crafting, other skills as well. And because we've got such an access to a cash stack, I'm trying to use the Grand Exchange as much as possible, flip as well. Now you've seen we've been investing in the Sara brews and changing them into flasks. In this episode alone, that has probably made us the best part of like 120 mil pure profit. Some things we are trying to flip as well. We're trying to flip incense sticks, works really well for us on bonus XP weekend. Trying to get them to work for us again. We are trying to invest in refined planks at a cheap price to turn into frames. That'll be more profit as well. And obviously when we finish all the Sara brews, that's going to be a massive profit for us. because it's looking like we're going to sort of make roughly about 20 to 25k per potion profit. And that's because we're going to make the profit from actually making the potion itself, and then we're going to make even more profit on top of that by turning it into a flask, because flasks at the minute are going through the roof because they're just spammed at Ryzeal. Massive demand on them and no one's really making them. But that is going to be the end of this episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed. We've gone through quite a lot of progress. Herblore progress, smithing progress, mad amounts of money flipping and investing as well, which is starting to pay dividends. Using a grand exchange is really important for a series like this because that can make you profit from not even playing as well. So I want to show you guys what I do in terms of that, just so that's included in the series, because it's all different aspects of making money, which is what can contribute to an account. And yeah, that is pretty much going to be the end of this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have, please make sure to like, please make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next episode.